We're joined from Beirut by strategic political analyst Abdullah Nehme. Welcome to Qnews, sir. What strategic challenges does Lebanon face in ensuring sovereignty over its border towns in light of Israel's continued occupation of southern Lebanese towns, sir?
Of course, after the 1701 resolution that should have been implemented to the letter, we know there is a difficulty in implementing it so fast, especially after the guarantee that is obstacling the Lebanese army to be deployed in the south after following the violent attacks waged by the Israeli army. We know that the USA is the sponsor of this agreement, and it is a guarantor for this agreement for the Lebanese state and for the Israeli forces. We are aware that the president and the Lebanese leadership, including Hezbollah, approved the resolution 1701, but there are so many obstacles on the ground, including that the Lebanese army today took a lot of time to get ready and prepare to cover the villages where the Israeli forces has withdrawn. But the Israeli presence in the occupied south so far is a result for the Israeli violation, as they have the excuse of Hezbollah tunnels and the Hezbollah presence as they violate civilian properties.
Sir, how critical is President Joseph Aoun's call for restraint in managing escalating tensions in the south, sir?
It's natural that President Aoun calls upon the international community, especially that there was a communication between him and President Macron, the French president. He, of course, communicated also with the five-person committee. They are the sponsors of this agreement. Of course, there was an intervention to contain the situation and to stop any further escalation and to stop the fall of this agreement between Lebanon and Israel, because we are aware that now there is a lot of pressure being applied on all parties. Hezbollah is sending individuals to confront the Israeli forces. Hezbollah as well is placing the Lebanese populations in confrontation with the Israeli forces, which is wrong, because now we have Lebanese power, we have Lebanese military that we shall depend on to defend its population. We have seen today the Lebanese army. You have seen the village of Hayt al-Shab. Israel has withdrew 2 days ago, but the Israeli army was unable to be deployed there because there is a lot of land mines and rockets that has not been exploded yet, which obstacles the direct deployment of the Lebanese army. Today, as the Hezbollah, when you allow people to enter these dangerous villages, you risk the lives of innocent people. We have 22 martyrs today and a lot of injured. Who's responsible? Who's held accountable for these people? Now we create a direct confrontation between civilians and Israeli forces, which obstacles the Lebanese army deployment. What's happening now is pressure on the Lebanese government by Hezbollah and the Amal movement because they are creating an obstacle for the completion of the government formation.
Okay,
in
sir, how
Lebanon.
can Lebanon effectively balance immediate reconstruction efforts with ongoing security concerns?
Naturally, the international community was very clear, and the foreign minister, the foreign affairs minister of Saudi Arabia, and Kuwait, and the international community were very clear that the government of Lebanon will be formed of specialists with no political interventions for the reconstruction of Lebanon. If there is no government with the required form, there will be no reconstruction, and chaos will prevail southern Lebanon, which is what the Israeli forces are taking advantage of, being on the borders, because they have this excuse of not forming a Lebanese government as a guarantee. They need a government as a guarantee to withdraw from South Lebanon. So far, we do not have a government, and chaos is still ongoing.
Okay, sir, can Lebanon
operating, demonstrating the inability of the Lebanese state to deploy the Lebanese army. Of course, all of these are excuses for the Israeli forces to remain on the borders and in southern Lebanon. This 5 committee is not working and operating properly, as Israel has reported to the US that they will hold the agreement or hold the withdrawal for 1 more month till the government is formed. If this Lebanese government was formed last week, Israel would have withdrawn. But now, with all of these obstacles, Israel has the excuse to stay on Lebanese territories, and what held off the formation of the government is all what's creating the problem and the remaining of the Israeli
Sir, I'm running out of time and I have to wrap up this episode. I think knowledge, insights, of course. That was strategic political analyst Abdullah Nehme. Thank you very much for joining us here on Qnews, sir.